G'day and welcome to Aussievision. My name is Liv and we're joined here today by a very special guest, Kaleen, who will be representing Austria at Eurovision 2024. First of all, big congratulations on being selected to represent Austria
Thank
this year.
you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
No worries. What does it mean to you to get this opportunity to represent your nation as the main girlie this year? It must feel so amazing after getting so close last year and finally having it in the bag this year.
Yeah, totally. It's a dream come true, and the dream has been a long time in the making already. And now to be able to sit here, to have a community growing around me, and to have the honor and privilege to be performing on that stage as an artist is just sometimes I do feel like I'm dreaming still.
I mean, Eurovision is just such an iconic entity, so being part of it is just awesome. When it comes to your performance, what do you hope people take away from your performance?
Generally, it's the same as the message of the song. I would love people to forget about their worries, about everything that makes them maybe not feel as happy as they could be, and just get lost in those 3 minutes. They don't even have to watch me, just listen to the song, get dragged along by the groove, by the energy, by the positivity, and feel like they're being transported into a different universe where it's just about positivity, about community, about enjoying the moment together. That's what would be great if that could happen within my performance, at Eurovision or anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we all need a bit of that at the moment, so thanks for bringing the party. Eurovision is technically not your first time on stage. You've done some stand-in performances, you've done some junior Eurovision work as well. What was your earliest experience with Eurovision? Was it the stand-in performances in 2018 or was it something else?
I remember the first time ever watching the show live. I feel like that was my first experience where I did not know where I was like heading into. I thought I was going to a concert. It was in Stockholm, 2016, the first semifinal, and I just remember the whole city, of course, being flagged with Eurovision flags, and I was I think in the subway, and then I saw all of the people dressed up, glitter everywhere, and I was like, what's happening? What's this event I don't know about? Of course, heading to the same destination, the Eurovision concert or Eurovision semifinal, and I was absolutely not aware that this was such a huge thing back then, and that's when it sucked me in, and it never let me go ever since. But definitely another memorable performance or moment was the stand-in process for me.
Oh, it's really sweet. You've gone full circle, finding Eurovision
Yeah,
in
that's what it
Sweden and
feels
then back
like.
to Sweden.
Yeah, exactly. The Sweden aspect of it all, the being in the audience, not even knowing what's happening, then being on stage, being like almost every single part of the procedure along the years, and now being on stage as an artist. It's like I said, it feels like a dream.
That's awesome. I really, really love your outfits, your fashion, your style. That little even bit of outfit I can see there looks bloody awesome. Do you
You.
style yourself or do you have a stylist or how do you collect all these
uh,
amazing outfits?
Well, my home looks like a complete mess. It's just explosions at the moment. Makeup and hair wise, I do it myself. And clothes and outfit wise, I'm working with a stylist. His name is Stefan Orlic. He's also been at Eurovision before. He also helped with Albina with TikTok some years ago with Croatia. And he's sending me all of those amazing pieces, and I get to show them to the world.
That's awesome. Albina's outfit was an
Yeah.
absolute cracker. So I can't wait to see what you've got in store. Do you have a few that you have your outfit nailed down already, or do you have maybe a few you might be trying in rehearsals?
Exactly. Yeah, I think we're having two that are being finished at the moment. I have not seen any of them live yet, so that will be very, very exciting. Will happen this week, and next week the other one. So I'm really excited about that. And we will just bring both and then decide there what's the better option.
Awesome. I'll just touch on it a little bit. So online, your song did get leaked before the official release. How was it? Did you kind of sit there and freak out, or were you a bit like, okay, we know everyone loves it, so at least I know that if they like the demo this much, by the time they hear the real
Yeah.
thing, they're going to be going absolutely bananas.
Basically, that was what I was feeling. I was on such a high at that moment, anyways, because it was the days after I was released as an artist, and I finally felt like, wow, me as an artist, it makes sense now because I get acknowledgement, I get people's responses, and it was also positive. And then the leak happened, and of course, the team already started freaking out. They were like, "Oh my God, what are we doing about this? We have to make a statement." And I was just, why? It's good. It's a demo. It's not the final version. I'm just happy that it's being liked. And therefore for me it was nothing bad at all, actually. I was still so proud of it. And like you said, I was really, really looking forward to be able to release the final version if people are already so crazy about the demo. So for me it was actually a good thing that it happened, because it also created this hype in a way. And so yeah, I wouldn't have done anything differently. I mean, of course, those things you don't have under control. We did not calculate with a leak, also because it happened the year before already here in Austria. So I feel like people were even more careful. And the thing about this leak is that only 3 people had it on their phones. The version that was being leaked, it was my phone, my creative director's phone, and the music producer's phone. So none of us would have liked it to be out there already. So yeah, that's very strange. Yeah, but in the end, it was all good.
It all happened, all came together, and we all love it. That's the
Exactly.
main thing. I've watched a lot of your interviews, and you seem like such a centered, motivated, sort of down to earth kind of person who's
Oh,
able
thank
to.
you.
Oh, you're welcome. Take the ups and downs of life. Do you have like what do you? How do you do that? Do you meditate? Do you do yoga? Is it just a lot of soul searching? Like whatever you do, I need a little bit of that.
Well, first of all, I take that as a huge compliment, because sometimes I do not feel like that at all. So it's so nice to hear that I seem like that type of person. I feel like maybe it's just that I also got a lot of like, not negativity, but I did not always succeed in what I did. And so life has learned me to deal with different kinds of situations, and eventually with the whole stage performance thing and all things that are happening within that circle, it's just that you have to keep going and simply make the best out of it. And therefore I'm just really grateful to be here now at this point of my life where I'm 29. I've been there, done that. Now I'm here, and I feel like yeah, a grown-up woman, instead of probably 10 years ago where I thought, okay, let's go to Eurovision, or let's go to that big stage because you already know everything. I feel like every one of us feels like that when they're in their 18 year phase in their life, 18-year-old phase. So I feel like it's just, yeah, being very reflective about everything, but also that being a perfectionist, that's not so good, because then you're always really up in your head and your mind. And I'm my biggest enemy at the moment. Maybe that's also why I feel like, okay, if things happen, yeah, they happened, but you can't change them. Just do it better the next time and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm balancing every single day. But also the beauty of this whole Eurovision experience is just that the community is so great. So you don't really get hung up on the things that go wrong too much, because everybody's just like, oh, it's so great, Eurovision. And that's what I love about it so much. Everyone just wants the best thing for the product in the end, whether it's the fans or the people who are working behind the scenes. It's all this loving, supportive community, and that's unique, I feel like, within this production.
100%. I think the Eurovision fan community is like no other. And yeah, we're
Yeah.
just all so excited to be around it. Speaking of fans, have you had any fun or interesting interactions, or how's your time with the pre-parties been going?
Yeah, that's been an experience like completely out of this world for me. I've never had that feeling before. I went from having 1,200 followers, but I built them up for 3 years. It was hard work. And then being released as an artist, and now with multiplied this number, and everyone is so supportive, so positive, like I already said. And I'm meeting the ravers, they call themselves that, and I love them. It's amazing. They draw me pictures, they want pictures with me, of course. They're telling me these stories, and for me that's the biggest thing, probably. Also, once I'm on that stage, or on every stage, I always try to find specific eyes I can look into, where I just see, oh, this is a moment that this person will probably remember forever, and I'm part of that moment, and that gives me so much. So yeah, it's been great, and I'm really looking forward to, yeah, maybe increase that in Malmö, or even after Eurovision. Like I definitely won't stop. This is here to stay, and I'm just so glad for every single person who's a part of the ravers community.
Oh, I love that, girl. And please do keep coming back and performing at lots of
Oh
venues in the
yes,
future. That'd be
definitely.
insane. Do you have any plans for after the contest, or perhaps just a really nice holiday or something?
Yeah, well, I keep saying, yeah, I'm looking forward to go on a holiday, because I've actually been, because I knew that this time was going to be crazy. I've been in the beginning of January, but I don't remember that at all. That I actually had a few days off back then. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But also, of course, I don't want this stop moment to happen after Eurovision. So we already got new songs planned. We're working on tour dates and all of that. So yeah, Eurovision is not, or at the end of the show on the 11th of May is not this where it ends. It's just the first chapter check, and then we go on to the next one.
We keep raving. Have you ever been to Australia, or if not, would you want to visit one day?
Yeah, definitely. I have never been. I feel like the closest I've been to was Japan.
Getting there.
So yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, no, I'd love to. Also, one of my favorite dance teachers I've ever had, she did contemporary and ballet. She was from Australia, and yeah, therefore I do feel like I have a connection to there, and also in the dance scene, because I grew up being a professional dancer as well. Australia is also very important and just known, and that's why I definitely want to visit. I'm just scared of the spiders.
Stick to the main cities, you'll be fine.
Okay. Also, probably it's about the time of year when you go to, or is that just a thing you find online?
There are definitely some seasons you want to avoid, but if you
Okay.
come in winter, you might be fine. Um,
Okay. I'll take that. Yeah. I
um,
definitely want to watch it.
we Aussies love a good party anthem at Eurovision, so thank you so much for that. Do you have a message for
Um,
your Australian fans?
well, just that I'm, like I already said, I'm extremely grateful for this community that's growing. I'm sure that there are Australian ravers there as well. And we definitely have to throw a rave once I'm in Australia. So I would love to meet all of you. And I'm just very grateful for each and every one of you.
Right. And last question for the day. If you could take 3 things to Malmo, no matter how impractical, what would you take?
Ah, ooh, that's a good question. I mean, no, my family's coming anyways, but they would definitely be on the list. So it's not just like people out of the family. I take the whole family as a package, and
Yeah.
I bring them. Um, Probably a huge suitcase with the type of food that I like. So just that I have snacks everywhere, because yeah, sometimes when I'm really hard and working in this crazy scheduled days, I forget to eat. So if I have something that I really like, I feel like I might not. So that's important. Um, and what else? Everything's uploaded into iClouds or Dropbox at the moment, but I feel like some old videos of me where I can just reminisce a little and just remember, okay, this is where you come from. That's always been your dream. And just look at those videos. They always make me really calm. So probably something like that. But it's everywhere I go, because it's somewhere in the cloud. So that's also helpful. Yeah. Weird
Yeah.
things, but
Oh, that's sweet. No, I love that. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have an absolute blast in Sweden. I can't wait to see you over there. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us during this busy
Or
season.
thank you very much for having me. Really, I enjoyed it.
Awesome. All right. See ya.
See you. Bye.